Hey guys. So I'm gonna go over some of the potential Dark Lord candidates. Now I did initially have like six, which I'm kind of thinking of changing up to eight. Yeah, and all of them are kind of connected to Arachne, who's like the main one. Yeah, so that there will be like eight legs and the one main body. Mm. All right, the first one I'll go over. I don't really have any specific names picked out for all of them. The first one is a heroine that was summoned to another world who was forcibly against her will that was sealed away for many, many years after she was betrayed and backstabbed by an extremist offshoot of the protagonism cult. An even more extreme, offshoot of them. And had absorbed a sense of the land and turned into a Shoggoth-like, entity against her will. A Shoggoth-like humanoid entity, I should say, yeah. Complete with tentacles and slime and, all that. She has the powers that are inspired by, Eldritch lore and loosely inspired by Lovecraft's works. Her appearance, resembles a humanoid with tentacles and covered in black living slime-like dress. A bit, kind of a bit like, that Shoggoth made that, it comes from Monster Girl Encyclopedia. Alright, maybe I shouldn't go that far. Alright, now, the next one. Alright, now, a young woman who was reincarnated into another world and transformed into a Lamia and her friends were also turned into different monsters and scattered across the land. Some of them trying to survive, some of them born to make trouble, and all because one of the Ascended thought it would be fun to, hunt them down for sport and separate them to make them weaker. The young woman possessed, as a Lamia, possessed many snake-like abilities. And her appearance resembles a half-woman, half-corn snake. One woman in a red, white, and black skirt, and an armor bikini and a hairpin resembling a piece of corn. Corn snakes are very cute. They're also non-venomous, yeah. I am basing them on like the, one of the American, corn snakes, yeah. Alright. The next one. A young female red dragon that is a massive nerd and a disappointment to her old man who moved into a peaceful dungeon and had gotten along with a local princess for a brief period of time after, the princess was offered as a sacrifice by, a cult. Which, I'm guessing it could be an offshoot of protagonism. They tried to, get rid of the princess because, as part of some sort of weird ceremony that they probably made up. And the dragon girl, the dragon, not only cared for her, the dragon kind of cared for her, yeah. But the cult in that kingdom, kind of found out, that the princess was still alive and tried to kill the dragon for betraying their twisted expectations of what they thought she was. Yeah, even though she didn't really do that. Classic scenario. She resembles a red dragon with sunglasses on and has the ability to assume a humanoid, although with a humanoid appearance with a dragon-like feminine form after the death of his beloved princess caused her soul to merge with hers. She didn't gain the ability to become humanoid until the princess's soul basically went into her. Oh, obviously, let's see. I could have some dragon-like abilities, but ooh, what if I give them like the ability to? Alright. Oh yeah. There was one alternate idea. It was there's also a couple of alternate ideas I was considering, such as a hero that was basically turned into an Alarione by a crazy priest that basically wanted to turn her into a pet, basically. Yeah, to write love letters and hold hands with, yeah. Before she kind of escaped. I was also considering making a kind of demon princess that was kind of a princess that got trapped inside, that was basically executed inside of an Iron Maiden and kind of merged with it to become trap princess, then gain the ability to set traps. But I guess I'll go for those ideas some other time. Anyway, thank you for being here, and I hope you had plenty of fun. Remember to fly like bat and shine like the moon. For we are stuff dreams are made of. Quite literally. After all, telepomancy is a big thing in my lore. I'm literally made of pure imagination, guys. By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe. By liking and subscribing, you're legally giving me your name. You know, I'm a fairy, yeah. So, yeah, your name's mine. Mine, check that bottom line.